No monsters.
Move the clothes. They hide in the walls sometimes.
Bree, come on.
Do it.
There's nothing in here.
Then just check.
Fine.
What is it? Maddie? Maddie?
You know, he always really creeped me out. I think he's possessed.
You're dumb.
You were going to town on that little guy. Bree, I don't know why you're afraid of anything.
Everything okay?
Yes, we were just taking care of the monster in Bree's closet. We caught him.
Exciting. But Bree needs to get to bed. It's late.
I asked her to check my room first. I heard noises again, something dragging on the floor.
Okay. Listen, Briana, we're going to be here for a while. You have to get used to the house, honey. It's ours now.
But I don't like it.
I know, but this is about Mommy's work. You want me driving 4 hours back and forth every day again?
No.
She's getting used to it, Sarah. She'll be fine. Just let me take care of the monsters, if that's what it takes.
Well, just get them all quickly. Okay? Good night, Bree.
Good night.
Are you gonna be okay tonight? Look, if you hear anything at all, just come get me. I'm gonna be up for a bit. Your mom doesn't have to know.
Okay.
Promise me you're gonna try and get some sleep tonight.
I will. Thanks, Aunt Maddie.
Anytime.
I'll never forget what happened next. His legs suddenly went all wobbly and he sort of stumbled backwards into the tent. He had a really dumbfounded look on his face when he looked at me and babbled, "It's not a coyote, it's a dude, it's some weird dude." Normally, I would have thought he was messing with me. I'm a huge wimp and I scare easily. I won't even watch horror movies. But I've never seen someone look so scared. And I never want to see that expression on someone's face again.
Where the hell is she?
I don't know.
Madeline!
Baby, where are you?
Mommy!
Briana?
Madeline!
Briana!
Mommy!
I'm calling the police.
Briana, where are you?
Thank you for letting me come.
No problem.
When was the last time she was here?
I'm not sure, maybe a week? We only knew last time because she left his door open and there's a new photo here. That one.
How does she get in?
I presume she still has a key. We didn't change any of the locks, and until a new family moves in, we probably won't. If that ever happens.
You keeping it like this?
As long as we can. We rented out the house a few times, but we keep this door locked. Most people don't want to come in here anyway after what happened. It's a real shame.
Yeah, it is.
When was the last time you talked to her? Madeline.
Maybe 6 months ago. A little after Bree disappeared. No one's really seen her.
Come to think about it, her mom doesn't talk about her much. We have a deal on the rental, so we touch base here and there. She's aware that Madeline comes here, but she hasn't said anything. And I'm not going to stop her unless I have to. If that's how she's coping, that's fine by us.
Do you think you could put me in touch with her? With Sarah?
I'm not sure I should.
Please. None of Madeline's friends have seen or heard from her in months, and the last thing anyone knew, it wasn't looking good. She had started to break down or something.
Laura Leeds?
Yeah.
I'll talk to her mom and I'll let you know.
Thank you.
How'd you find me?
Still have the password to your online bank account. Saw the chart here. So where have you been?
I'm not really staying anywhere.
That's not true. I talk to Anthony every other week. I know you've been back at the house. In Briana's room.
What's it to you? You want to charge me rent?
What happened to us, Maddie? We were close. I trusted you more than anyone, and now I feel like I don't even know you. And this is the time we should be closer than ever. We were always there for each other. Why not now?
Because you gave up on her.
Don't say that.
Why? Does the truth hurt?
You don't have to do this. You can come to my new place. I have a spare bedroom.
What about one for Briana? Did you even think about that?
Briana comes back. She's not going to have her own bedroom. She's going to sleep in my bed, chained to me. Why are you so angry at me?
I'm not angry at you, Sarah. I'm angry at everything. I know that she's still out there, and I'm out there every day searching for her, and you went back to work, and you just living your life like everything's normal.
You know that's not true. Not a second goes by that I don't think about my daughter, hoping that somehow she is safe. Somewhere. And even if she's not, that someone will help her. But I have to keep living my life.
No one else knows what happened. No one would believe it. But you were there. We heard her voice.
I heard something.
Don't say that. Don't try to rationalize it. She didn't get snatched up. She didn't run away. She disappeared out of her room. And you heard her voice then and in the woods.
Regardless, I don't know what happened to her. But I do know that we can't keep chasing after shadows. Before I moved out, I had a dream. More lucid than any I've ever had. I felt more awake in the dream than I did when I got up. When I was back in the cemetery, I noticed that the name on the tombstone was mine. Not Briana's like I assumed before. I felt like something, maybe even God, was warning me to leave this alone, or else I won't survive it. If she does come back one day, then I can't even begin to describe the joy. But whatever we heard, whatever happened in the weeks after she disappeared, It's not gonna lead anywhere. Not anywhere we want to go.
I didn't fall asleep until the sun came up. You know, I keep telling myself that it's a nightmare. But that's not what it felt like. I remember the sun warming my face in the morning. I remember not being able to lie down. All of it.
Did Bree ever describe anything like that?
No. She never saw anything, thank God. She heard the chains and muffled voices.
It could have been a form of sleep paralysis. You could have been dreaming awake. That would make sense. You basically just visualized what she described.
No, why would I remember getting up off the ground and everything else?
Sleepwalking? It sounds far out, but it happens.
Ever the rational one.
That's me.
How are you?
Nowhere near as bad as you.
That's not true.
David was a cop. It was always a risk, and he made sure I knew that.
He's your brother.
And I know what happened to him. It doesn't compare to what you're going through.
I have hope you don't. I still have Sarah and my parents. You know, just shut up and take the sympathy while I'm offering it.
I'm surviving. Okay, it's kind of don't have a choice, you know? Some days I just sit in my room and zone out.
Is Chief Parker cool?
Yeah, she's great. She said I could stay as long as I need to.
Rent-free?
Just babysitting Cadence a couple times a week. It's a decent gig.
That's good. You should have people around you. And some... You can't forget the past, but you need to be in the present. Or else, otherwise, what are you living for?
You taking that advice yourself?
She's not in the past. Not for sure.
I think it's this way. It's at least another 3 miles, though. We're not going to make it before the sun goes down.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
Brave. Stupid.
And you're taking me there, so what does that make you?
Generous. I can see you're not going to drop this, so...
So why did you? You were closer with her than any of us.
I was. But I think she needs some time, so I'm giving it to her. Otherwise, I'm going to have to turn her in. For her own sake.
Why would you do that?
Last time I saw her, it scared me. Frankly, for her safety.
You know you're not an easy girl to get a hold of.
No one was really trying to get a hold of me.
I think I'm proof that's not true.
No, you're an exception. No, everybody was there for me at first. And then they got as far away from me as they could. You know, they feel bad for you. They send you flowers and cards, and they check in on you every once in a while. Then they want you to get over it. To just let it go. If you don't, they don't want to be around you. You're not until you come back.
Some people just don't know how to deal with grief. It isn't easy. You don't want to say the wrong thing, so then some people just don't say anything.
Anything is better than nothing. You know, you could at least be there.
I'm here, Maddie. I want to be here.
No, yeah. You were always a good friend.
Try. So where have you been staying?
All over. You know, sometimes in Briana's old room, sometimes out in the woods. Where you know where they found her tracks.
You look like you haven't slept for days.
How can I? I know that she's out there. I know that she's trapped.
She's not in either of those places. Honey, I don't know where she is, but...
Those are the only 2 places I know to look. You know, that's where the veil is the thinnest. You know, that's probably how she slipped through it. I know that she's out there and it's not safe, and she probably has no idea how to get back. She's so young, she probably has no idea what's going on.
Over where?
It's the other side. It's like another dimension. Don't look at me like that. I'm not crazy.
Doesn't sound good, Maddie.
How else can you explain how she disappeared into thin air? How we still hear her voice? Why did she end up 30 miles away?
She could have been abducted or run away. I don't know where she is, but it's not another dimension.
You don't believe me? I'll show you.
Show me what?
Come with me into the woods where she was. I'll show you.
She brought me out here, took me right up to the spot where the dogs picked up the scent. I didn't see or hear anything, but I'll admit I hated being there.
Why?
All the hair on my body stood up. It felt like someone was watching us. And that was before she told me we were there. It was weird.
This is it?
Yep. Scent ran about a quarter mile around the tree in all directions and then went cold. Madeline was here when they were looking for her. She said she heard her voice.
What do you think?
I think when something horrible like this happens, you hear things that aren't there. Yeah, I think the mind searches for a rational explanation, and when it can't find one, it turns to the irrational, supernatural even.
You don't believe in the supernatural?
Oh no, I do. We've been in contact with spirits before, even out here. I think a lot of people died out here. There's a lot of activity. You're not a believer, I take it.
No, not really. If you believe in that stuff, then why don't you buy Maddie's explanation?
It gets into Einstein's theory of relativity. There are 10 dimensions in the universe, but we can only experience 4 of them. Some people think spirits exist in the other 6, but even if that's true, a little girl accidentally falling into one, it seems far-fetched. It's not how dimensions work.
Hope you're right.
Well, that wasn't there before.
She must have been here in the last couple of days.
Maybe. I've got to go to the bathroom. Excuse me.
Wait. There's a porta potty around here?
Yeah. It's called behind the nearest bush.
How do you do that?
I'm not modest. I'll be right back.
Okay. Take your time. Briana. What are you
Laura, you're one of Maddie's friends.
I am. Do you remember me?
I do. Where's Maddie?
I'm not sure, but I know that she's been looking for you. Everyone's been looking for you. I thought that something bad had happened to you.
I got lost. I couldn't find my way out. I got trapped inside.
Inside where?
I can show you where.
Where the hell were you?
I was right here.
I looked everywhere for you. I thought something terrible happened. Did you go to the bathroom or something? You were around like 20 minutes.
I didn't go anywhere, Lily.
Do you want to get the hell out of here?
Thank you.
For what?
Coming to me?
Well, from the sound of it, we were going to run into each other sooner or later.
I would have kept looking for you until I did, even if you didn't want to be found.
I'm not that hard to find, if you look. It's just, other than you and Lily, no one really did.
I'm sorry, Madeline. For everything. I'm sorry it took me as long as it did. I just thought you needed space, but maybe I should have been here.
No, you did what you thought was right. So did Lily. I appreciate that. But you were dealing with your own loss. The fact is, if someone wasn't going to believe me, I didn't really want to be near them anyways. What do you think happened?
I'm not sure. I saw something out in the woods. I don't know how to explain it.
You saw Briana.
I don't think it was Briana.
Because I've seen it too. That's why I kept looking. That's why I never lost hope. It was because I kept hearing her voice, and I would see her in the mirrors or catch a glimpse out of the corner of my eye. But then I realized that it wasn't her. It was whatever it was just trying to trick me, and I don't know where Briana is. If she's over there or somewhere else.
I don't believe in the afterlife, but if it's there, I'm sure Briana is in a better place now that she's safe and happy.
Well, I hope so, but all the stories about the light at the end of the tunnel, I've seen the light on the other side, and it wasn't good. That's how the Watchers find you.
The Watchers?
It's nothing you'll have to worry about. As long as you stay away from me, and if you haven't seen the seal. Because if you had seen the seal, that's all they need. They will lurk near the windows. That's where the veil is easiest to slip through. But if you saw the seal already, that's the only window they need.
The seal?
In a dream, Briana showed it to me. She said that it would help her to get back across. If I created it, so I got it permanent. It wasn't until after I got it that I realized that it wasn't going to help Briana get back across. It was going to draw me into their world.
Wait a minute. You got a tattoo? You have really lost it. I mean, it could have been some kind of supernatural tramp stamp for all you know. What are you thinking?
Well, I go all out. I used to. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to go all the way.
Yeah, you do. You still can. You can come back from this. Whatever it is. It's not too late to live,
What about Briana? Are you supposed to just forget that she's out there?
No one will ever forget Briana. But as much as she loved you and the way you cared about her, she wouldn't want you like this. She would want you happy.
And what if she's over there, alone, with those things? How am I supposed to be happy?
Because you don't know. And because there are people here who love you, who need you. I don't think Briana is there. Not anymore. You still have that hope.
You did everything you could have done. You're the best friend anyone could ask for. I loved you more than my mom. You didn't need to look for me.
What else was I supposed to do?
Live your life. There's nothing else you could have done for me.
I couldn't accept that. I always told you I would protect you from anything. Even the monsters.
But who's gonna protect you from them? These monsters are real.
I know, but if they took you from me, I'm going to find them.
I'm safe, Maddie. They can't hurt me anymore. But they can hurt you forever. Go back, please.
There's nothing for me to go back to.
That's not true. You can still live.
I can't. Not without you.
I'm a friend.
Hey, were you on your phone?
No.
Were you just talking to yourself? Or is there someone else here that I can't see?
I brought you out here because you're supposed to be the one that can see.
I can see. I just need to get warmed up. It's not something I could just do at will. Sometimes it depends on the setting.
If that's the case, this should be the perfect place, right?
Yeah, I would say so. Even before what happened to Briana. You know the history of these woods?
Some, but most of it isn't open to the public.
Of course not. But research is my specialty. Briana's story wasn't the first odd occurrence here. There were a couple of people who disappeared. Although these woods go on for miles, so I guess it's not that crazy, right? But back in 1902, a woman was murdered. Her throat slit, hardly any blood left, and a symbol etched in her stomach. Nobody was arrested, and they left no evidence behind. Cold case for 100 years. That happened right underneath the satellite base. And even before that, a girl named Maya disappeared.
So, the sacrifice could have been the catalyst for spiritual activity. I don't know how it relates to people vanishing into thin air, but...
You don't buy Madeline's theory?
No.
Then what? Think her disappearance was some sort of stunt?
I don't know. I don't know what happened to Madeline or Briana. I'm hoping we can find out. That's why I'm here.
How's Laura?
I wish I knew.